Decimals. What are they? What do we call them? And how do we compare them? I know this seems like a lot of content, but it's really easy. Just like money. Let's get started. Decimals, like fractions, decimals are measurements in between counting numbers or integers. Instead of making any number of equal measurements, decimals are always measurements of 10. Decimal values can go on and on and on. In this number line, we can see that fractions show equal amounts of values between whole numbers, 0 and 1. 1/4, 2/4 or 1/2, 3/4, and 4/4 or 1 whole. In decimals, we have to measure in increments of 10. In fraction form, we see this as 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, and so on. To write these numbers, first, we place any whole numbers. In this case, we start with 0. Then, place the decimal, which looks like a period. Lastly, we place the number of 10 before the next whole number. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, and 10/10 or 1 whole. What's in a name?
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Oh, be some other name.
Decimals have their own names. We've seen place value charts like this. But did you know there was more? New place value system. Remember, don't forget what you've learned about whole numbers. Just add this to the numbers in between them. You start off with your ones place value, place your decimal, add tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, and millions, and it continues on and on. Let's practice naming some. Instead of saying point, say the word and. You would say this, 0 and 1/10. You would say this, 1 and 23 hundredths. Notice how I put together 2 and 3 to become 23. Then look up, and the word at the top of the last digit is the word you say at the end. Our last example, 2 and 345 thousandths. In comparing decimals, just like with fractions, you compare decimals. Line up the decimals, start on the left and move to the right. Whatever number has the greater value on the left is the greater number. Sometimes numbers have more values in the decimal area. Don't be fooled. Look on the left for the greater value. Let's compare 0 and 123,045 hundred thousandths and 12 and 4 tenths. Line up the decimals. Start on the left and move to the right. Whatever the number on the left is the greater number. Are you ready? The greater number is 12 and 4 tenths because 12 is greater than 0. Look for my upcoming videos: Decimals Lesson 2, Adding Decimals, Decimals Lesson 3, Subtracting Decimals, Decimals Lesson 4, Multiplying Decimals, and Decimals Lesson 5, Dividing Decimals. I hope you liked this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.